With international travel off the cards and border restrictions still in place for most of the country, going out to eat is one of life's simple pleasures we've got left. But how safe is it?
Today, reporter Gabby Boyle spoke with some leading experts to get their advice and hit the streets to ask everyday Australians how they're feeling.
To eat in or take away? That is the question. COVID-19 has left many people fearful of restaurants, cafes, clubs and pubs.
I'm a little bit concerned as it's, all over the place at the moment.
Especially after recent clusters have been linked to popular venues.
Yeah, I wouldn't really go out if there's been cases in a restaurant.
No, I don't go to places where there have been cases reported, and I mostly eat at home.
To get a clearer picture of the yays and nays of eating out, we consulted 3 medical experts, asking them a series of questions. Firstly, would you get takeaway from a restaurant in Melbourne right now? All say yes.
Yes, I'd be happy to get takeaway from a restaurant in Melbourne.
Yeah, definitely.
It's perfectly safe to do so, far better than actually going into the restaurant and being around other people. Very safe option.
Would you eat at a restaurant that is in a suburb which has had a recent outbreak? 2 experts are a hard no. 1 says it depends.
No, there's no way I'd be eating at a restaurant in a suburb that had a recent outbreak.
No, I would prefer to eat at home than put myself and my nearest and dearest at risk.
We can't make any sort of assumptions about the suburbs as the denominator for why these cases are occurring in these areas.
Would you eat at a restaurant where there are low rates of cases, like Queensland? 1 says yes, 2 say maybe.
Yes, Queensland has very low rates of disease at the moment, very low rates of transmission. I'd be happy to eat at a restaurant in Queensland.
Maybe I would. In parts of the country where there's very low cases, I would consider going to a restaurant if there was excellent physical distancing in place and good hand hygiene.
Would you eat at a restaurant in a state which has no current COVID cases, like Western Australia? All say yes.
Yes, I'd be comfortable to eat at a restaurant in Western Australia.
Yes, in a state where there's no current COVID cases, I would eat in a restaurant.
Would you eat at a restaurant in a border town? It's a no for now.
Rather than eating at a restaurant, can you take that food and come back into your own home instead?
No, I would not be eating in a restaurant in a border town where there's a lot of uncertainty about if cases are leaking through or not.
And finally, should waitstaff be wearing masks? 2 say yes. Dr. Seal says it depends on your location.
For forward-facing staff, so service staff, they may feel that, it is in their best interest to wear a mask.
Distancing, hand washing, and then masks on top of it all help to prevent transmission.
While businesses like the Thai Rock restaurant here in Potts Point are currently closed for business while contact tracing and deep cleaning take place, the doors will eventually reopen. It will then be up to every single one of us, regulars and locals alike, to come through the front door, take a seat at a table and place an order to ensure small businesses are able to get up and running again as quickly as possible.
All the restaurants are doing their best to lead people in at the right times and just have to get on with it, don't you?
We all need to do the right thing in order to get through this dilemma, so to speak. So hopefully that will happen.
There you go.
Are you eating out now?
Yeah, I am. I'm not in some of those hotspot areas, but it was a bit of a worry. A lot of people know the Apollo restaurant in Sydney. A lot of people from around Australia come to the Apollo. It's such great Greek food. And then it's kind of the destination place. So for them to trace everyone who was there, they're going to find that people came from all over Sydney. So that's going to be trouble there. But I've got no dramas if the state government says it's okay and you observe the right cleaning measures and protocols, then I don't have a problem because I like to support local businesses. It's no dramas from me, but
I
if it
think that's
escalates,
the important thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That, we do support our local restaurants in the area, and as long as they're doing the right thing, like you're signing in as you go in.
So what else can you do? Not go?
Stay at home and cook yourself.
No one needs to be subjected to my cooking.